welcome back to the channel. I'm Isolation Player, and in today's video we make a return to Planet Zoo, and this one is the console edition. So before I turn around fully, like I say, welcome back. We bring Planet Zoo back to the channel, and this is the start of our new zoo, Wildpass Zoo. So here we have the main sort of road in, a little tunnel, which I've just darkened off, so it sort of leads into the abyss. And at the minute I've just got the in-game jeeps down, and a walking sort of sidewalk this side here, with the road just here. So as we go down the main road, as you can see, it's very sort of tropical with the palm trees. We've got the zoo sort of billboard up here welcoming us in, and we'll go round into the car park itself of the zoo. And in here you can see there's quite a few different details. You saw this getting built in the clip prior to this. If I do put that in, I may not put that in, but this is what we've got so far in the car park. We've got our street lamps, and on the street lamps in any sort of big park or zoo area, they have sort of areas in the park you can go to, in which we have got jaguars, we've got gorilla, giraffe, orangutan, lion and zebra. And each car park is separated by a planter itself, and in that planter we've got sort of greenery and so on, just to brighten up the area. And then separating the car park to the sorry, my phone's going off. Separating the car park from the actual zoo itself, or the entrance to the zoo, we have got this sort of deck board, or however you want to pronounce it, on which we have got posters up. So we've got a poster of a zoo, but it's the standard Planet Zoo one, one for one of the drinks, a picture of some of our animals that we'll get in later on, and again another one for our zoo itself. And then as we're going round, this is our sort of welcome area, I can't zoom out anymore, to our zoo, Wildpass Zoo. So we've got a little lake, vista point here, with a lion statue in the middle of the lake, and hippos in the lake itself. As you can see, there's a couple in there, and a vista point here showing just a bit of greenery and so on. So here's our entrance building itself. The idea with the... Right, the people are loud. Let me pause it a sec. As you can see up here, we've got the sort of balcony area here. And the idea was that certain areas and places you go to have mascots, and the idea was to have a mascot up here. I couldn't see anything in the workshop for that, so it may be something I build later on, or attempt to build. I'd say the building mode on the console is slightly is different to the computer, but I'm slowly getting the hang to it and enjoying learning the game again. A bit of frustration going forward because I haven't got all the DLCs on the console yet. On the PC I've got them all, and I was lucky enough to have help with Frontier in getting those, but on the console one I've got nothing so far, but I did purchase the African and Grassland pack, which our first animal in this cage here. You can see in the distance our first animal is from that pack itself. So we've got the information boards here, Idea being they're sort of advertisement for things. The plaque here is showing sort of costs, opening times, and so on. This is just the memorial plaques which I'm using as imagination. And then ticket booth here, so you come get your tickets for your visit to the zoo for the day. Don't need to show you inside I've ever been. Again, there's 4 either side, and here is an idea of sort of animal names or feeding times and so on, what's happening in the zoo during the visit itself. And again, that sort of mirrors to this side too. So both sides have got the same. This side's got a couple of ATMs there which are different. But other than that, we're then in the zoo itself. So this building itself, we've got the guttering on, we've got lights around it, we've got a flying light there. I'll deal with that in my own time. Some aircon units, so a bit more detail going into our buildings there on the outside, but on the inside itself it's just a shell at the moment with a couple of the staff buildings in them. As we make it back down to this entrance here, this one has again staff buildings in there, and it did have a toilet, however the pathing I've noticed on the console edition is a bit more of a it needs more of a gap between exhibit fences and barriers than it does on the computer system. So I was getting a bit frustrated with that because I've already laid down, or started to lay down the habitat, and then had to redo the path, which meant I had to then move the habitat to then redo the toilet, which then caused more issues than having a toilet there. So as it's sandbox, I kept the signs there, and we'll keep it as that for now. What I will show you, I don't know if I can, because I'm in explore mode. At the top of there, the balcony, we do have open rooms either side, which I was debating with to put stairs in and do an upstairs side of things, but I don't know how we'll get on doing that in console mode, so it'll be a bit of a playground. So on to our first animal. As you've seen in the thumbnail, we have got the Caracal. We've got 2 in here, a male and a female. Oh, right, let me turn the people down. Let's bring all the volumes down, because they're very loud in my ear. So we've got 2 in here, a male and female. We've got an indoor section and an outdoor section. And we also have a keeper section in there, which again, the next DLC I will purchase would be the DLC that I can get the items for in here, so your hose pipes and so on. And I think that was a I can't say the word, I've lost it, my teeth are gone. Well, you know what DLC it is. So you get the hose, the skip, stuff like that. So I've started putting some bits in here, but I haven't got everything yet. So we'll get that done. A bit of off-site stuff behind the old bamboo, so you can see it's there, but you can't at the same time. So we've got both of them sleeping in there. The inner section itself, with climbable rocks for them to climb on. We've got trees in here that they can interact with, and lighting in here that is red, so you have the heat lamps and so on in the night time. itself, and I'll show you the zoo at the end in the dark too. So as we go over and look at the exhibit itself on the outside, there's a stream back there with a bridge over which they can use both of, and the same with the climbing frame and scratching post, all available for them to use, and our own little information blocks themselves with the screens on. Well, it's meant to be like a poster in zoos, isn't it? It's a bit like a printout which they stick on next to the exhibits, so you can read about the animals in there, meet the animals, name them and so on. So there we go. And a fence system too, so you can't poke your hand in and get bitten. And if you want to do that and jump over, you've got a field of stinging nettles to do so. So let's go inside. So we've got our stream itself, like I said, our bridge over, which is all usable for them once they are awake. Again, this is the inside of that area I was on about, with the two doors out, so you can, it says, see, I am still learning the controls. I think it's because I'm not in the right camera mode. There we go. That's better. So we can stand up here and have a look down. I've done it again. I'm doing it again. Right, you get the idea. So you can be the mascot up there and have a song and a dance and welcome guests of all ages to the zoo. With the car park itself there too. So that's the area we'll work with so far in our first episode back. It's been a fair few months since we've done Planet Zoo. I got a bit, not fell out of love with the game, but got a bit annoyed with it in different sort of situations and so on. As you saw, we did start a collaboration zoo, which then the person I started it with for some reason then decided not to go ahead with it after I'd done the first episode and worked for the first area, which annoyed me because I spent plenty of time on producing that video, and it got plenty of views on the channel, but then they changed their mind, which is down to them, but it's just made me fall out of love with it. But now I've got an Xbox, so I've been starting to play again on certain games. You can see the playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 2 on the channel, Call of Duty. So different games come into the channel, and there we go. We have now got Planet Zoo back. Well, I've come in at the right time to see the cat climb. We've got Planet Zoo back to the channel, which is great because it is one of my favourites. It's just annoying that happened, and I got annoyed with the game. So it may venture back in PC mode too, or it may just stay on console. But there we go. So Planet Zoo back with Wildpass Zoo. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you next time. Thank you.